Good morning, all of you. Today we are going to listen the physics first chapter, remaining section. Up to now, we have to discuss about the activity 11. Now we are going to listen about the activity 12 in page number 13. All of you open in your textbook, page number 13, activity 12. Effect of net force on direction of moving object. All of you observe the figure 17. We already know about this. What is this carom board? We all are very much interested to play caroms. Yes or no? Yes. So we all know how to play this game. Do you know, children? Yes, we all know how to play this game. How we play? Keeping all the coins at center of the board. And by using the striker, we are striking the coins. Then the direction of the coins will changes. Yes or no? Yes. The striker directions also changes. When we are applying the force, we are changing the direction of coins and changing the direction of striker also. We can observe here in each case the direction of coin changes. So by applying the force, we can change the directions. So from these observations, we can say that the force stop the object or make the stationary object to move, and also changes the speed and direction of the moving object. So the force can changes the state of object. So from the observations of carom board, what we observe, direction changes and speed changes, the coins moving in different directions. Yes or no? Yes. So from these observations we can say that a net force stops a moving object or makes a stationary object move, and also changes the speed and directions of a moving object. Thus a force can change the state of motion of an object. Does the force changes only the state of motion? Are there any other effects of force? Yes. Other effects of force. Activity 13. All of you see activity 13. Coming to the activity 13. Effect of force on the shape of an object. All of you see in the page number 14. Activity 13. Effect of force on the shape of an object. In table 3, some situations are given in the first column showing how the force is applied on an object. Observe the shape of the objects carefully before and after applying the force. Mark T for temporary changes and mark P for permanent changes in the second column. Here you have to observe one tabular form is there. Columns 2. First column action of force and second column change in shape temporary or permanent. If you see activity 13, you can write yourself only. You will give answers very easily by observing the table 3. In first column, first one you have to observe what is that one? Stretching rubber band. So we all are experienced this. We play silly games in our classroom also. What is that one? Stretching rubber band. What happened when you stretch the rubber band? It will expand when we are applying the force. So when you are removing the force, then it will come back. So its original position. So the change in shape temporary. Yes or no? Yes, we all know this one. So what we need to write in the second column, first one, T, capital T. What is that meaning? Temporary change. Next one, squeezing sponge. We all play with the sponge. Yes or no? Yes. So take one sponge and squeeze that sponge by applying very strong force. After some time, remove the force. Then what we observe? Yes, it also come back to its original position. So here what type of change occurred on the sponge? It was also very temporary change. What we need to write in the tabular form? T, capital T. Next, third one, tearing of papers. We all play with the papers by tearing the papers into small pieces. Take one waste paper and turn that paper into very small pieces. It will come back its original position. No, it is impossible to original paper from the small pieces. So it is a permanent change. Yes or no? Yes. So what we need to write here? Permanent change. P, capital P. Next one, crushing plastic bottle. We play with the bottle also. We crush that bottle when after drinking the water. So it's a permanent change or temporary change. So here we need to know what is the permanent change, what is the temporary change. The change which cannot come back, so that is called a permanent change. Which come back to its original position after removing force applied which causes change. The change will be called as temporary change. Next, coming to the crushed plastic bottle. When you are taking the plastic bottle and crush it by applying the force, the shape of the bottle will be changes. After the bottle fill with the air, it will come back to its original position. So the change is temporary. What we need to write here? Capital T in your tabular form 3. Next one, making chapati. How to make chapati we all know. By taking the flour and mixing water with that we can do chapati. Yes or no? Yes. By cooling the chapati flour, it is not possible. So the change is permanent. Next, breaking glass. Breaking glass also we all know. What is the change? The change is permanent change. When we breaking the glass will be broken and it becomes into small pieces. Yes or no? Yes. And make that glass pieces joint, we can get original glass? No. So the change is permanent. So from this table, there we can learn how to force changes, permanent changes and temporary changes on an object. So force always brings the permanent change and force always brings the temporary changes. So the change depends on nature of the object and the type of force applied on it. What is the pressure? It is very important. Generally we see in our daily life pressure, about the pressure. All of you observe the figure 18. Take one pencil. We all know about that pencil. So how the pencil will be? One side will be very sharp and another side will be rounded one. So you just push its rounded end on your flame. You won't experience any pain. Now push from the other side of the pencil gently so that the sharp end is on your flame. You experiences the same pain. Yes or no? Yes. In figures you have to observe. In one figure how the pencil will be giving the pain and another figure how the pencil not giving the pain. Here two sides of pencils are used. At one figure sharp end will be on the flame and another figure rounded end on your flame. Flame means center of your hand. So from this figure, when the sharp end on your flame, then you have to experience as a pain. When the rounded end on your flame, you won't experience any pain. Why? Because what happened here? Suppose you take a knife. Knife have two edges. Sharp edge on one side and hard edge on another side. By using the hard edge, we can't cut anything. By using sharp edge of knife, we can cut easily anything, vegetables or anything. So why they all are happening? Here some examples also there. When we observe weightlifters at bus stands, they rounded the towel on their heads to lift the weights. They don't lift the weights on their head directly without a towel. Why they are keeping the towel? By keeping the towel, what happened? The school bag strips which are at shoulders are very broad, not thin. They what happened? If we take thin threads, then what happened? It will cut the shoulders. Yes or no? Yes. So why they? That's why the school bag strips very broad. So what is the definition of the pressure? Pressure. The definition of the pressure. The force acting perpendicular on a unit area surface is called pressure. Work pressure is different from the pressure acting on the object. Pressure is equal to force by area, where force units are newtons and area units are meters. Then the unit of pressure is in SI unit systems per meter square or N per m square. This pressure understanding in simple manner, here given a simple activity. Activity 15. All of you see the page number 15 also. Identifying effect of force. Already in above activity we discussed. When rounding the towel on the head, the surface area will increases when the load weight decreases. If surface area increases, the load weight will be decreases. That's why the weightlifters are used to towel rounding on their head. Because of that, the towel separates the weight and their head. So the towel decreases the load of the weight. So to stop big vehicles, use big tires. When we do brake, they stops the vehicle with the friction. By using small surface tires, it is impossible to stop the big vehicle. So the pressure depends on the surface area. So here in figure 19 you have to observe. Take two trays, fill both the trays with lime powder or fine sand. Now take two rectangular bricks of equal mass and similar shape. Keep one brick vertical in one tray and the other bricks horizontally in the second tray. What do you notice? Do both the bricks sink to the same depth in lime powder? If not, why? Which bricks sink very long depth? We have to know. If surface area more, that bricks sink very small depth. If surface area less, that bricks sink into the very long depth. So here you have to observe the two trays are filled with the sand or any powder, and which tray will be very depth in this A and B. Here A, by observing the tray A, what happened? Brick will be very vertical. It will gives the and surface area also very less. It will gives the very depth, very long depth. It will sink into the tray. By observing the horizontal bricks sinking into the tray B, what happened? It is very small depth. It will sink into the tray very small depth. So from this observation, what we observed, the pressure will be depends on the surface area. From the above example, you can say that for a given force, if the surface area is smaller, then the pressure will be greater. If you use a larger area, you are spreading out the force and the pressure or force per unit area becomes very smaller. We already discussed about the knife. Why does the sharper side of a knife cuts more easily than the blunt side of it? A sharp side of knife has a smaller contact area. Therefore, for the same amount of force applied on it, the sharp side of knife exert more pressure than the blunt side and hence cut more easily. Can you give some more examples of pressure? So this is about the lesson force. We all discussed about this lesson. All of you must and should read textbook. From this chapter, what we learn here, we have to observe force, push, pull, contact force, force at a distance, field, friction, muscular force, gravitational force, magnetic force, electrostatic force, net force, magnitude equilibrium, normal force, tension, state of motion, pressure, free body diagram. We all discussed about this all. I think all of you understood this lesson. Once again, all of you must and should read all activities and read textbook.